Now let's discuss reticulum. So, endoplasmic reticulum, it refers to a vast network of membrane enclosed three parts mainly, that is tubules. It consists of these tubules, small tubes, vesicles and sacs in the cytoplasm. These endoplasmic reticulum, it is a thread-like structure and it extends from nuclear membrane or nuclear pores. You can see this is nuclear pores. It extends from nuclear pores to the plasma membrane. Endoplasmic reticulum is made up of three types of elements, that is tubules, then it is made up of vesicles and cisterns. So it exists as a flattened sacs called as cisternae, unbranched tubules and oval vesicles. These three parts are there. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. One is a rough endoplasmic reticulum and another is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. A large portion of the endoplasmic reticulum is studded with ribosomes. You can see here, this is the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and to this reticulum there are small ribosomes are attached. So it looks quite rough and it gives granular appearance, and that's why it is called as a rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now, here you can see this is the nuclear envelope, and to this nuclear envelope the smooth endoplasmic reticulum is also attached. The main function of endoplasmic reticulum is, as rough endoplasmic reticulum, it has ribosomes, and ribosomes are involved in protein synthesis. That's why rough endoplasmic reticulum is well developed in the cells which are actively engaged in protein synthesis. So the main function of ER is protein synthesis, while smooth endoplasmic reticulum is found in the regions which is rich in glycogen. It also helps in intracellular transportation Endoplasmic reticulum, it gives mechanical support to the cytoplasmic matrix also. Due to the network type of structure, it gives support to cytoplasmic matrix. It also helps in the formation of microbodies, nuclear membrane as well as Golgi complex, and it helps in detoxification of metabolic waste. So, this is all about endoplasmic reticulum. Now, we will discuss the next cell organelle, that is Golgi complex. Now, Golgi complex, it is also called as Golgi bodies as well as, 1 minute. Now, eukaryotic cells consist of unique cluster of membrane vesicles, and that is known as Golgi complex. Golgi complex was first described by Camillo Golgi in 1822 in nerve cells of cat and owl. This is the Golgi apparatus. This is the structure of Golgi apparatus. This upper face is called as cis face and the lower face is called as trans face, and it has the sacs which are arranged one above the other. Golgi complex has a group of curved flattened plate like compartments. You can see flattened plate like compartments like cisternae which were present in endoplasmic reticulum. The cisternae produce a network of tubules from the periphery. These are the network of tubules. These tubules end in spherical enzyme filled vesicles, commonly called packaging centers of the cells. Golgi bodies consist of a series of concentric double membrane submicroscopic spaces or sacs are enclosed by double membrane which are known as, these are double membrane which are known as cisternae. Each Golgi complex has 3 to 12 interconnected cisternae which are composed of lipoprotein. You can see here these cisternae are placed one above the other. Now, main function of Golgi body is, as Golgi bodies arise from rough endoplasmic reticulum, so the main function of Golgi complex is to store the products of endoplasmic reticulum. They also help in the production of lysosomes. They secrete various enzymes, hormones and cell wall material. The transport of material between nucleus and cytoplasm has some relationship with Golgi bodies. So, now we will discuss the next cell organelle, that is mitochondria. This is the structure of mitochondria. You can see here it has double layer membrane. Mitochondria is a rod-like or sometimes spherical cytoplasmic organelle which is the main site of cellular respiration. They are source of energy and hence often called as powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria consist of 3 main parts. One is membrane, second is Christie, and third is matrix. It has two membranes, that is outer membrane. This part is called as outer membrane. Then inner membrane. Outer membrane is smooth. You can see here outer membrane is smooth, but inner membrane, it produces finger-like infoldings which are called as cristae. Inner membrane also has, you can see here, stalk particles, these small brown particles, which are called as Racker's particles or oxysomes, and these are involved in electron transport chain. The space between cristae into the inner chamber is filled with mitochondrial matrix. Each mitochondrion has several copies of circular DNA molecule. You can see here circular DNA molecules are there. Since mitochondria have their own DNA, transfer RNA, RNA polymerase, as well as ribosomes, amino acids, etc. So they are considered as a semi-autonomous. They can perform their own function. It can generate its own energy and store energy. Now, as I told you, matrix has circular mitochondrial DNA, RNA, and it is a semi-autonomous in nature. Function. Mitochondria have two important functions. First, they are the sites of the cell respiration. The oxidation of carbohydrate, lipids, proteins occur in mitochondria. They supply energy to the various processes of the cell in the form of ATP. So that's why mitochondria is called as powerhouse of the cell. And second is mitochondria contain some amount of DNA and thus are associated with cytoplasmic inheritance. Thank you.